Okay, welcome. And I'm going to try my best to just speak as if I'm doing like a YouTube live. Well, I'm not going to try my best. I'm going to speak as if I'm doing a YouTube live. So this will be unedited. The reason is because I actually hate editing. It's the part of YouTube I detest the most. And I know you would say, well, why don't I just get a video editor? But usually I would edit this out, but I don't make enough money off YouTube to pay an editor yet. If I do, I will. And if I make more money, I will also invest in a high quality, proper camera. But right now I do YouTube on my phone. It's my same Samsung Galaxy S21. I think it's a plus. It's got a great picture. I do think the picture is as clear as a cell phone can be. And I sit against my bedroom window. It's like French doors and windows, so the lighting is good. In the past, you've seen I've sat with like the two artificial lights on me. That also works. But if I sit downstairs, there's no door I can close. So I can't, like in the bedroom, I can close the door for the noise, which is why you always see me sitting on the floor, right up against the window in my bedroom. And then I try and make it pretty with my painting in the background. And usually there's my dog sleeping in the background. So I just wanted to chit chat today. I think what I'm going to do is actually close down, or not close it down, I'll just leave it there. But my second channel, so some of you have come here from that channel called Louise Real and Honest. I'm going to include that style of video on this channel and also include more of those style of videos in my membership. I have a membership. Yay! I took the plunge. I decided to just do it. And yay, I have a member already. So thank you, Jay Butler. I know who you are. So thank you for joining. And I hope it grows. So let me just tell you guys about the membership. The reason I started to do it is just to add more of this kind of content, this kind of off the cuff, talking, girl to girl, woman to woman, friend to friend. It's the kind of video I like to watch on YouTube. And I know it's not the kind of video that always necessarily, it's not clickbaity. It doesn't grab attention with like a wild clickbaity headline. Sometimes there may be pauses as I think. There may be, like now, me sipping, having coffee. But it is literally me in my home talking to you. And I enjoy these kind of videos. I like the real. I like to get to know someone. In fact, the YouTubers that I enjoy the most are the ones who are themselves. And the thing I've battled with the most on YouTube is scripting my videos. So, and the reason is because I just find I came on YouTube because I wanted to help other women by sharing my experiences of things, just like a friend would share to a friend. So, you know, I've been through a boob job, which was the main impetus for me starting my channel. Sorry, sometimes the nerve just fails me. It's getting better, and then I speak funny. So sharing my breast implant experience, there's a couple videos on here if you go back to my oldest videos. And that was the main impetus for starting my YouTube channel all those years ago in 2011, 2012. Somewhere there, I think. And then I got cold feet and I deleted a whole lot of them, took them down, and I thought, no, I'm not going to have a YouTube channel. And then later I decided to, so I've always been toying with the idea of YouTube. It was something I always knew I was born to speak. I remember when I was young, my parents, well, my mom and stepdad, they made a joke. They were going wherever they were driving. I was sitting in the car, and between the two seats, I was in the back. Back then, there were no seat belts. It was the early 80s, I guess. And I was yapping the whole drive. And I remember the poor my stepfather. And they said, or I said to them, and you know what my favorite thing is? Talking. And they laughed, and they always told me that I could just yap and yap and yap. And so here I am, yapping. But I always enjoy sharing, but more from the heart. So I do the more formal videos, the listicles, the scripted stuff, the stuff I've actually thought about. It's nothing wrong with that style. So don't get me wrong. It's not like I detest it. It's just that this off the cuff kind of talking, it makes me feel more relaxed, and I think it comes across better. I mean, I can do any style really, but sorry, I'm doing the Greek thing where you have coffee with your water. I mean, you have water with your coffee. I've just come back from a run and had a shower. This was my first proper run, like not just walking, since all this dental surgery, and it felt so good. So that was what I was thinking along the run that I want to share with you guys. If you've never felt an endorphin rush from intense aerobic exercise, you are missing out. And I know, different strokes for different folks. I know it's not for everyone, but you are missing out. I just got that feeling again, that and I haven't run in about 6 weeks and I have missed it. And I know running gives me a bit of a knee pain and a little bit of a tight hip. I don't care. You know what I came to realize? For as long as my body is able to run, I will do it. Doesn't have to be every day, maybe once or twice a week, but I love that feeling of sweating and getting hot and red in the face. I'm crazy like that. I love it. I love it. I feel alive. I feel joyful. And I mean, this morning I am weighing the heaviest I've weighed in about 6 weeks. I don't care. Running is not about weight or weight loss for me. Running must be in my blood. My father was a marathon runner in his from his 30s onwards, I think. Before that, he loved cricket and other stuff. But there's something about, like I said, that endorphin rush. The runner's high. It's a thing. I encourage you to try it if you haven't. Otherwise, obviously, you find your thing. Maybe your thing is dancing, or I don't know, Pilates, jazzercise, ballet. Oh, I mean, I wish I could do ballet. Maybe it's yoga. Maybe it's, I don't know, what else? Mountain biking or trail running. Trail runners, people love trail running. I don't, because it's too much for me. It's too much like looking down and concentrating, and I feel like I'm going to slip and fall at any second. And that for me feels precarious. So although, again, you can get that runner's high and people like the distraction and you're out in nature, I'm a road runner. I like the fact that I know that where my feet are landing, it's paved and it's like solid and it's pretty sort of straight, and I'm not going to sort of twist my ankle or anything. But I don't know, I like it. So when you can't do a thing you love, that's when you realize you love it. It's like, your absence made me realize that for as long as my body has the function and capability and capacity to run, I will include running in my life. I mean, I'm here on earth so this was another thing that I was thinking about. Let's say I've got another 40 years left. I'm 46. If I have 40 years left on earth, how do I want to spend my time? You know, when you are young, you're searching for your purpose. What are you going to do with your life? Maybe you're even thinking, what's the meaning of life? You're thinking, I suppose as a young woman, am I attractive? Will I have children? You know, you have all these questions. In your mid to late 40s, like I am now, I'm in my late 40s. Can you believe it? I'm officially in my late 40s. Oh, guys, wow. How did I get here? So by now, so many of the questions I had when I was young, they're answered. They've been answered. When you're in your 20s, it's like, what career am I going to have? Which man am I going to marry? Am I going to have a marriage? Am I not going to have a marriage? Am I going to have children? Am I not going to have children? How many children do I want? How many am I going to have? Are they going to be healthy? Blah, 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 blah. All these kinds of questions. Now, those have been answered for me. I was married. I'm divorced. That question is answered. I had one child. I'm so happy and grateful, and it all worked out beautifully. He is the one lovely boy, and I don't feel any longing, desire, or like anything is missing that I needed another child. I always thought I would have two. Turns out, well, it just didn't happen for us. We didn't. So what happened with that was at the time I was suffering with postpartum depression, and I've actually made a video on postpartum depression. It was one of my earlier videos. Probably my style of talking was not as free-flowing, but still, it's a good video. I encourage you to check it out. I'll link to it in the description box below. But I was suffering from postpartum depression straight after I had my son. So I wasn't ready to have another child. And my husband at the time he's 8 years older than me. He said, like, if we're going to do another one, it's kind of like now or, he didn't want to wait and be too old of a dad. But he was happy with one. So I said, look, I'm not ready now. It's like, So we decided one. We decided we were very happy with one. And that decision has been beautiful for me. It's really been beautiful for me. Sometimes I think, does my son need a sibling? Have I done him a disservice by not giving him a sibling? But then I look at so many people who do have siblings and they don't get along. They fight, there's tension. I don't know, there's so many, not always, sometimes it's a blessing, but it is what it is. And nowadays I've seen that there are so many more only children. Like my son, 2 of his best friends are only children, and it's happening more and more. I think it's the economics, it's the fact that life is so much more expensive. It's not like the good old days when people had 6, 7, 8 children. Can you imagine? It's a different world. It's a different life. And so I think for him, sorry, there's a little piece of hair or fluff in my coffee. Ugh, okay. So I think for my son, no, I didn't get it. He will have friends that will become, they won't be like his siblings, but he will have these lifelong friends. At least I hope. I've got lifelong friends. Okay, this is another topic. I think today I might jump around from topic to topic, so just bear with me. I was listening to one of my all-time favorite YouTubers she's very different to me, and yet we have a lot of similarities. Like any person, I can appreciate our differences. I can appreciate our similarities. She was talking about adult friendships and was mentioning, I think Mel Robbins had done a podcast or a YouTube video on how difficult it is to make friends as an adult, especially in your 40s, 50s, 60s, and beyond. And I was thinking, I'm very blessed. I have friends from childhood, and we are all still friends today, which is incredible. And I always have attributed that to the school we all went to. I've spoken about that school before, and in fact, I've got 2 videos. I'll link to those as well down below if I remember. I hope I remember to link to all these videos. I went to what's called a Steiner school or a Waldorf school. So like the Waldorf hotels, that's how you spell it. Jennifer Aniston, who's one of my favorite celebs, she went to a Steiner school. It is learning through creativity, through integration. You integrate, it takes into account the whole person, the soul, the spirit, I don't know how to explain it. It is Christian, but it's not heavy Christian. It is more accepting. It's not like Catholic or Anglican or Presbyterian. It's a generalized kind of Christian theme, but they also have these festivals that an ex-boyfriend of mine called them like very witchcrafty festivals. One of them is called St. John's, where the kids dance around a bonfire. So pagan was the word he said, pagan. There are some things that from the outside seem weird, but these are old Christian sort of traditions and festivals. And kids love tradition. Kids love rituals. Children, especially young children, they love like celebrating the seasons and the changes. And that's what Waldorf does. It takes into account man's relationship with the natural world as well, which is, it's beautiful. So where was I going with that? Oh yeah, attributing the adult friendships that I still have. I've been friends with these women for, I'm 46 now, and I went to that school, I was 10-ish, 10. So for 36 years, our friendships have sustained. And that is incredible. As an adult, I did make new friends when I lived in another town when I was married. I made new friends there because I was obviously away from these women in where I live now. This is more like where I grew up, my hometown. So it's not that you can't make friends as an adult, but I do think the older you get, the harder it becomes, because you become more set in who you are and your weird ways and your weirdness, and you are less likely to tolerate other people's bullshit, I think. I think. And also, I think the older you get, the less you need the group validation that when you are younger, as a teenager especially, I'm watching my son go through this, he's 15. And I remember when I was a teenager, you need that validation from the group, the peers. You are kind of finding yourself in that social hierarchy, in the group. And friends are so important when you're young. They are so important. And it's a way of testing who you are. It's a way of learning about yourself. It is a way of, I don't know, it's a way of creating your identity by looking at the other, saying, that's not me, that is me. And you're getting approval and validation, or you are getting ousted from the group, or you have little conflicts, little spats, whatever the case may be. But the older you get, I mean, also as we are older, our lives are so much busier and full. We have children, we have spouses and or partners, we have parents, we have siblings, we have extended family, we have work, we have running a household, we have our kids, extramurals. I mean, my friend has got 3 children and she works at the school and she has a husband and she's got extended family and aging parents on both her and her husband's side, and just her family life alone is so full that where she will and ever does get the time to socialize is beyond me. Yeah, her life is full. I can barely cope with one child and all of the demands of one child and the school commitments, let alone 3 children. I don't know how she does it. So I understand why we never really, I mean, we get together, but it's not often. Me and my group of friends, we don't see each other like every weekend. Like when you are young, you and your group of friends go to the mall and you hang out and you go to nightclubs and you go shopping. It's regular. You see each other. Sometimes you can't even live without your friends for a day when you are young. As an adult, a year can go by and then you meet up and you're still the same and you connect. But when you are young, it's different. And so I do think the whole world of making friends as an adult, number one, we don't actually need, I don't think we need friends as much. We need socialization and we do need friends, but we have friendships in family, we have friendships with our spouse, we have friendships with, like I go to gym. There's people I chat to, like when I'm back at gym, I'll see them maybe every day or 3 times a week or whatever the case may be. We will chit chat. And there's my socialization. I don't need more than that. I don't need a deep, long, enduring new friendship. I have my old friends. I have my partner. I've got my son. I've got my family. You know, my life is full. And the older you get, also, the more you realize that there are toxic people out there. And by toxic, it could just be toxic for you, meaning you have moved on, you're in a different space, they're in a different space, or not even toxic, just you've moved on. They're into something that way, you're into something that way. Like maybe your friend's becoming, I don't know, can't think now. They're into some kind of, I wouldn't say cult, but they're into something that to you might seem cultish, but to them it's this new thing and they're just so into it. Maybe they're into something very new agey and you are not, or you've delved into some sport very deeply and they found it weird, or I don't know, whatever. Or like me, I'm on YouTube. There is no one I know in my area in South Africa that is doing YouTube. So I feel like a bit of a loner right now in terms of my quote unquote career. I don't know if it's a career, but so I can't, there's no work friends for me, which is why, and this is going to sound weird, you guys have become my friends in a way. I mean, I know we are not friends, but we are friends. And I hope to cultivate that feeling of a friendship, because when I speak like this from the heart, I am speaking really as if I know you. And I think, well, I hope that you feel like you know me, or you can get to know me. I would like that you guys feel as if you know me. So yeah, okay, let me have some coffee and just gather my thoughts. And just to say again, I don't want to have to sit and edit every video, because then, you know, it takes a long time for me to edit because it's just me. I'm not great at it. It's not my passion. My passion is this, it's the talking. So if I can just get these videos recorded and up, a lot more content can come out of me. So I guess what I want to say is just give yourself grace. If you don't have friends as an adult, or new friends, and maybe your old friends, you guys have drifted ways, or, you know, your paths have gone like this, or you've moved, or whatever, or maybe you just don't feel the need for friends and you think, is something wrong with me? I think it's okay. I really do. I think it's okay. And also, when we get older, we don't want to leave the frickin' house, because why should we? We've been out there, we've done all that. We are very comfortable at home, chilling in our own skins, in our pajamas. I mean, speaking of which, look at me. Half the time, these are my pajama pants. Most of the time, not even half the time, I live in my PJs, my gown, certainly pajama pants, because I don't need to wear smart pants on YouTube. I can wear a nice top, and that's that. And this top is, whilst it's lovely and it's pretty and it's funky, it's comfortable. It is soft. And the older I get, the less I enjoy tight or uncomfortable clothing, or clothing that is just, you know, when you're young, you tolerate like high heels that pinch your toes because you want to look cute. You tolerate these skin tight jeans where maybe the waistband's a little bit uncomfortable because you look cute. You tolerate whatever, I don't know. And sure, from time to time, I still like to dress up. I still like to wear the high heels. I still like to wear the Freddy jeans, although I think those are a bit passe now. I don't know. The skin tight jeans. I still like fashion, but it's not high on the list of priorities. And the older I get, the more, and now I can see why grannies dress the way that they do, the more comfort becomes a priority. And I never thought I would say that. And here I am saying it. You know, the older I get, the less I wear high heels. The older I get, the less I care about a little bit of extra belly fat. The older I get, I still like to look after my hair, because I find having my hair professionally done makes me look done without me doing anything. I can go sit in the chair. She does all the highlights. I go home, wash it, make sure that it's kind of straight, and then it looks done. So that for me is something I'm still, sorry, the microphone, is something I'm still into is the word. Makeup, I'm touch and go on that. I've never been a big makeup girl, and yet I love watching makeup tutorials and women who do beautiful makeup. I love watching that on YouTube. It's bizarre. And I mean, I speak about one of my favorite YouTubers who's very different to me, Lisa D1. She's a big makeup fundi, I guess, or lover of makeup and fashion. And I mean, I guess you could say we look alike. We both have like long blondish hair, but I'm not like, I don't apply makeup every single day. And like right now, I'm sitting talking to you guys with just mascara on. It's the Estee Lauder, I think it's their tubing mascara. I can't remember. I bought it ages ago. So it's the one that kind of like dries onto your lashes, but with warm water, it comes off. I think it's, I don't know what it's called, but basically I can just go wearing mascara. And luckily my skin is good enough that I can do that. I mean, I'm very blessed. My mom's got good skin. I've got decent enough skin. I have melasma, but it's not too bad and I deal with it. But I'm not a huge makeup girl. And yet when I wear makeup, I enjoy it. I enjoy it. And from time to time, I will do my makeup for YouTube. But I also think it's good to show you guys the real. It's good to show you guys that I am just a normal person. Often YouTube, you know, you think that these people are so glamorous. I even fall into that trap because they're on TV. They're not on TV, but or their channel has grown and they've got so many viewers, and you think, wow, these people are amazing. Like, and then you like look up to them. Half my life I spend in my pajamas at home without makeup, and it's not glamorous. And I think I saw something on Instagram talking about normalizing re-wearing the same clothes, which ties into the not glamorous, because often when you're on YouTube, or at least for me, I feel, oh, I've worn that shirt like 10 times already in my videos. Can I wear it again? And then I feel pressure, and I actually have bought shirts, tops, just for YouTube, just to look like I have different tops, different colors, different outfits. And that's fine. They're not super expensive, but I also think I need to be careful of doing that, because it's sending a message of like, you can never be seen in the same clothes twice. But of course you can. Most normal people wear the same clothes over and over and over. And in fact, I think it is very socially, no, what's the word? You know, when we're looking after the planet, it's what is the word? When you are thinking about the planet, it is responsible from that point of view to buy less, to not overconsume, not overbuy. You know, I'm not a channel that is here to bring you fashion. So why can I not wear the same clothes over and over and over? I should, I can, and I will wear the same tops now. I've decided, like, why am I trying to be something I'm not? Okay, because I was testing out different styles for YouTube. Obviously, I wanted my channel to grow, and I have been testing out different methods, different locations, different lighting, the sound. I've tested out doing listicles. I've tested out topics. I've tested out ways of being in front of the camera. But the best way is the way that feels authentic, so that you guys can get to know me, and that is me. And I will rewear t-shirts, and I'm not going to apologize for it anymore. And I love my soft, slightly oversized, but not huge t-shirts. My soft ones. Often in my videos, I wear my Under Armour t-shirts that they're cut in such a way that they're not batwing, but they are. Let me show you one of them. In fact, I'll get it out of the cupboard here. Oh, I'm stiff from my run today. Oh, I knew that was coming. You'll often see me wear these. Yeah, okay. So now we're getting real. You often see me wearing this one. I have the grey one too, but I actually ran in that one today because I wanted to go for a run, but I knew the weather was getting bad. It's getting bad now, later. And so I heard somebody say you've got to reduce the friction around doing something so that you just do it. And I didn't want to have to take out all new clothes to run in, so I actually just ran in my t-shirt. These Under Armour, you see what I mean by, I don't know if you can see, like, they're not battering, but they are very big sleeved. I don't know. Something about the cut of these shirts. If I could buy 10 more of these, but in different styles, I don't want them to all look the same. I would. These shirts, they're all the same style, but you'll see me wear this one a lot too. It is the best. Oh, another fluff from the shirt in my coffee. Those are the best style of t-shirts in the world. They've also got like a nice wide, comfortable neck. I don't know. I live in those 3 shirts. There's a grey one, and they are from Under Armour, but they are Project Rock. Yeah, I don't know. I should have bought 20 of them, but you don't know. Anyway, I also have to trust that more shirts will come into my life. Oh, there's a truck going past. I don't know if you can hear that. So yeah, to reduce friction, to go for my run, I literally ran in what I was wearing. I just ran in my comfortable home pants and my t-shirt. I just put on like a running, there's like a mesh thing that you can put on over any bra for running. It's the best thing ever. I don't even know if I can find it again. It's like a zip up mesh thing that you just put on. And then I just went for a run, which was fantastic. And I'm so glad I did. And I'm glad that I didn't overthink it, because I was like, oh, do I have to put on all my running kit? I've got like running long pants because it's a bit chilly. And I've got like my running bra, but then the running bras you've got to fiddle with. And I was just like, no, reduce the friction, just go out in what you're wearing. And I did. So what else am I, oh, I know what other topic I wanted to talk about. I wanted to talk about selling sunset. When I had the dental surgery and I was just sitting at home, not much to do, I watched a lot of Netflix, and I watched Dynasty, which is, it's like bad acting, but anyway, it's okay. No, it's not bad acting. But anyway, it's like fluff. And then I watched some Selling Sunset just because. But something about it really bugs me. And here's what it is. It's because it's reality, but we all know it's not reality. It's like, it's fake reality. But number one, it sends a negative message to women that they must all look glamorous, they must all wear high heels, they must all be dressed up to the nines. There's, is it Chelsea? Chelsea, the one always with her boobs out. I don't know. It's like, who walks around looking like that? Yes, even in LA. And yet I enjoy the fashion. So I can't say I didn't enjoy watching all the fashion, and I know that it gets eyeballs, but it's so unrealistic and it makes me feel shit about myself. After watching that, I feel fat and I'm not fat. I feel ugly and I'm not ugly. I feel my skin is not perfectly airbrushed and my skin is great. And so I think, how do women feel after watching that? And then all the drama, and also all the flashiness, the money. I mean, one of the episodes, which is what's the brother? Jason. He went and he bought, was it a Lamborghini? I think. I don't know. I'm not a car fundy. He just went because he was sad because their dog died. And he just went and bought a Porsche Ferrari, I think it was. Just to cheer himself up. And I'm like, there's nothing wrong with that. I think if you've earned the money, and it's great. If you have that money to spend, it is yours to spend as you wish and as you want. But something felt off about that message, and I can't put my finger on it. It's just like, maybe it's because they were saying money fills the void, or you could just buy your way out of grief. I don't know. Something just felt off about it. It's too flashy. I don't know. And I just think, is TV like that, is it toxic for our mental health? And I would love to hear your thoughts. Maybe. Or can we watch it and, as thinking adults, put it in its place? Can we watch it as pure entertainment? Because I do. I enjoy the drama. I enjoy the fashion. I enjoy the unreality of it. When I want to escape, it is pure escapism. But it leaves me feeling like my life is not good enough. And yet my life is wonderful. My life is wonderful. I have a big property that I'm on. I have a roof over my head. I have a partner who is kind. I have a child who is healthy. I have, well, we've got one husky, and then this little, where is he? This little guy there who is, I'm grateful every day for my pet. I have hot showers. I have electricity. I have running water. Things that 100 years ago, probably people didn't always have. I have an excess and an abundance of food. What else? I have YouTube. I have pajamas. I have my soft gown. The thing, and I have no stress, really. I mean, I have stress. We all have stress. I have goals and dreams that I would like to achieve, and financial things that I would like to achieve. I would like to level up. I do believe that life, you can level up, and that each generation actually does level up further than the next one. So if you think of like my grandfather, I think of his life. I mean, I think he worked in the same job all his life. My dad was with the same company for, I don't know, 25, 30 years or something. Life is different. Nowadays, people move on, and nowadays people do. We earn a lot more and are actually less satisfied with that. The simple life is now seen as less than. Things are different, but for me, I do have dreams and goals like travel. I would love at least once in my life to travel first class, even if it's just once. Will I achieve it? I don't know. Maybe. And yet I don't want my dreams to take away from my amazing right here, right now. And that's what I want you to think about in your life. If you have a simple life, do you know how lucky you are? People who maybe earning 10, 20, 30 times more are running around stressed up to their eyeballs. Not always, but a lot of them. I mean, I know a lot of people who are fairly wealthy, and okay, more so the men who are running companies and corporations, and they're CEOs and CFOs and COOs or whatever it is, but they never stop. They eat, sleep, breathe, dream, work. Maybe they enjoy it, but it's stress, it's on the go, it's travel, it's dealing with one problem after the next in the company. It's dealing with staff issues. It's dealing with tax. It's dealing with, I don't know, whatever they deal with. And I keep thinking, as much as I want my YouTube channel to grow, and I really do, and it will, I'm not the type of person who wants to manage a team of people. That is not me. It is not me. And so, yes, sure, I could work with a video editor, but I know my channel it's never going to be one of these slick, like, channels, because I don't want to have to approve music and approve this kind of edit and have somebody doing the research for me and having a team working. Like, okay, so when I took Ali Abdal's YouTube course, I won a spot in that course. I was so grateful, and I knew it was a sign from the universe that I'm meant to be a YouTuber. Well, I took it as a sign. I don't know if I knew. But the way he has built his YouTube and social media empire, and I mean, he's got millions of subscribers, is that he grew a bit, and then he immediately sort of hired a business manager to help him. And then they would come up with ideas together and script things together. And it's all very planned and scripted and run like a business. And now he's got a team, and he's got editors, and he's got thumbnail makers. And basically what he does now, from what I can gather, is he literally just sits down, looks at the notes or the script. I don't even think he writes all the scripts anymore. He may just put in some ideas, and then he records, and then everyone else takes care of the rest, which is wonderful. It is wonderful. That's what I would like to do, is just sit and record. But I don't want to deal with staff. So basically he's running a team, and a lot of his time is spent with his staff, which is great. He may enjoy that. It might be the thing that gives him joy. But for me, I am more of an introvert. I'm a loner. I'm a meditator. I am a calm, centered, be here now. I don't want to say spiritual because that boxes me in. I feel more than that. But I guess a deep thinker, philosopher, spiritual, all of that, self-help, everything. I mean, I've read every self-help, philosophy, spiritual book I could get my hands on when I was young. Introspective. I don't want to be managing a team. I want to be talking to you one-on-one. Well, the feeling must be one-on-one. Of course, I don't know how many of you are going to watch this, but the feeling is one-on-one, because that to me is where I shine, and that is where I feel I can offer you the best out of me. And so I think I'm going to end this video now here. Tell me if you enjoy this style. Tell me if you like to just chill and relax with me. Also, the point of these videos would be that you can play this. You don't need to watch, because there's nothing going on. You can just literally listen to me, play this like a podcast, this style of video where there's no editing, and just think about your life and think about the topics that I'm talking about, and think about what it's like to be over 40. Think about what it's like to be a woman in this world. I don't have all the answers. I'm struggling with a lot of things the same as you. And I want this to be more of an open discussion. So I would love to hear in the comments what you guys think. If you have any questions on anything that you think I might be able to help you with, please do let me know. Let me know what your thoughts are on some of the things that we watch on TV. You know, do you think it does mess with our brains? Do you think a slower, simpler life is actually worth its weight in gold? Because often I think if I had my ideal life, and I pretty much do almost, it would be waking up without an alarm and going to do a walk or a run or some form of exercise. I enjoy that. That's my thing. It kind of like sets the tone for the day. It wakes me up. It makes me feel alive and connected with my body. And so I have that. I have that simple life. No demands in the morning. And then this kind of thing where I am giving you an offering of something. I hope I'm offering you connection, human warmth. I'm offering you, like, you know what? I'm trying to tell you, it is okay. It's all okay. You don't have to compare yourself to anyone else. So that would be part of my ideal life. Maybe a bit of writing, cooking, walking the dog, you know, just the normal things, pottering around the house, maybe going out for a dinner now and then. The simple life, I think, is so beautiful. I do like dressing up, but I wouldn't want to be going to events too often. Like, can you imagine if you're a celebrity? All the pressure, all the paparazzi, you've got to dress up for this event, you've got to get glammed up, people are criticizing you and critiquing you and saying, like, I mean, right now, I have a food baby belly, you know, they might be saying, oh, is she pregnant? They might be, whatever, I don't know, you know, I just think a humble life, but that is where you're okay. Obviously, no one wants financial stress where they can't pay their bills. That is something I wouldn't wish on anyone. But a simple, humble life where financially you're okay. I really think that is, you've won the lottery if you have that. I really do. So tell me what you think. I hope you enjoyed this style of video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys. I love you all.